What's up YouTube? It's your boy EVscape. Welcome back to another video. Today is day number something in the 40-day video challenge. I don't know what day I'm actually going to be releasing this video because I'm recording it in advance. But today is day number something in the 40-day video challenge. Just in case you're not aware, doing a 40-day marathon of videos, one every single day. 4 p.m. EST, so make sure you click that subscribe button. Got an absolute treat for you today. A 1 to 99 combat maxing order. This video took me absolutely ages to put together, so if you enjoy it, make sure you give it a like. That being said, let's jump into the clips. What's up guys, and welcome to my efficient melee maxing order guide. We're going to get straight into it, but for this video, we're going to have to make some assumptions. Number one is you're going for 99 in all melee skills. Number two is that you have the maximum gear available at all times. Number three, because of the complexity of the math and the combat formula, all of the training is done on one defense monsters. A rock crab, sand crab, etc, etc. And finally, all the calculations are done in hits, not XP per hour. So this assumes that you're able to hit your max hit every single time, or essentially that your opponent has infinite hit points, which I know is not possible, but for the sake of simplicity, we've gone with this. Now, to understand how I worked out the order, we're going to have to understand how the combat formula works. So, every time you hit a monster, a few calculations happen. Number one is the accuracy roll. Your accuracy roll looks like this: B plus 64 multiplied by E plus S plus 8, where B equals your equipment bonus, E equals your effective attack level, and S equals your style bonus. Number two is the monster's defense roll. The monster's defense roll looks like this: B plus 64 multiplied by E plus 8, where B equals equipment bonus and E equals effective defense level. And third is your max hit. Your max hit is calculated by B plus 64 divided by 640 multiplied by E plus 0.5, where B equals your strength bonus and E equals your effective strength level. Now, E in those equations is your effective levels. To calculate your effective levels, we use B plus P plus trunk E, where B equals base level, P equals potion effects, and E equals prayer bonuses. And trunk basically means to round down the answer to the nearest number. So say you have 11 strength and you have a prayer bonus of 10%. That means 1.1. You would round that down to 1. Now, as for the actual hit, if your accuracy roll is higher than your opponent's defense roll, you're going to hit a random number between 1 and your max hit. For example, let's say you're battling a rock crab, you have 1 attack and 1 strength and no strength bonus. You're attacking with the accurate style. Your attack roll is calculated by 0 plus 64 multiplied by 1 plus 3 plus 8. That's 768. The monster's defense roll is calculated by 0 plus 64 multiplied by 1 plus 8. That equals 576. If the number you roll is higher than the number your opponent rolls, you'll hit a 1. If your roll is lower than the number your opponent rolls, you will hit a 0. So assuming you're starting from scratch, Here's the gear setup I used on screen now. This gear setup is going to give a total strength bonus of 34. With all stats at level 1, if your stance is on accurate, you're going to have a 93% chance of hitting a 1 with this gear, or an average hit of 0.93 or 3.72 XP per hit. On the aggressive stance, you have a 91% chance of hitting the max hit of 2. This gives you an average hit of 1.365 or 5.46 XP per hit. Now, considering that we are training only on 1 defense monsters, the accuracy boost from attack levels is already negligible because our opponents are so weak defensively. Therefore, we're only going to be focusing on max hits, and the next max hit will be at 6 strength. Your stats are now going to read 6 strength, 1 attack, 1 defense, and your next max hit is going to be either at 12 strength, 1 attack, 1 defense, or 11 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense. If we take the strength route, it's going to take 1196 XP. If we take the attack route, it's going to take 1358 XP. Now, because the attack route has more XP, and when you're attacking with the accurate stance, you gain less XP per hit. If the attack route has more XP than the strength route, it takes longer by default. At this point, your stats will now read 12 strength, 1 attack, 1 defense, and your next max hit will be at 19 strength, 1 attack, 1 defense, or 17 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense. If we take the strength route, we're going to need to get 2,389 XP or 263 hits. If we take the attack route, we're going to need to get 388 XP in attack and 1,571 XP in strength, or a total of 225 hits. So the attack route is quicker. Your stats should now read 17 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense, and the next max hit will come at 24 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense, or 22 strength, 20 attack, and 1 defense. Once again, the attack route is more XP, so the strength route is going to be quicker by default. Now, the next max hit after this is going to come at 30 strength, which is still quicker than the attack route, so just train up all the way to 30 strength. Your stats now read 30 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense, with your next max hit coming at 36 strength, 5 attack, 1 defense, or 34 strength, 20 attack, 1 defense. At this point, your accurate stance will give you an average hit of 3.325 or 13.3 XP per hit. Your aggressive stance will give an average hit of 3.76 or 15.04 XP per hit. The strength route is going to take 11,452 XP or 761 hits, and the attack route will take 4,082 XP in attack and 6,861 XP in strength, or 762 hits. Taking either of these routes will take almost the exact same amount of hits. Whenever we reach a situation like this, although the accuracy bonus isn't hugely influential, it does make a difference, so we do attack first. Your stats now read 34 strength, 20 attack, 1 defense, with your next max hit coming in at 39 strength, 20 attack, 1 defense, or 36 strength, 30 attack, 1 defense. Now, the attack route has more XP once again, so we go with strength by default. You now have 39 strength, 20 attack, 1 defense, with the next max hit coming at 45 strength, 20 attack, 1 defense, or 41 strength, 30 attack, and 1 defense. At this point, your accurate stance is going to give you an average hit of 4.41 or 17.64 XP per hit, and your aggressive stance will give you an average hit of 4.85 or 19.4 XP per hit. The strength route is going to take 27,864 XP or 1,436 hits. The attack route is going to take 8,893 XP in attack and 7,523 XP in strength or 892 hits, meaning the attack route is faster. At this point, your stats should read 41 strength, 30 attack, 1 defense, with your next max hit coming at 47 strength, 30 attack, 1 defense, or 41 strength, 40 attack, 1 defense. At this point, your accurate stance gives you an average hit of 4.9 or 19.6 XP per hit, and your aggressive stance gives you an average hit of 5.39 or 21.56 XP per hit. The strength route will take 33,956 XP or 1,575 hits. The attack route will take 23,861 XP or 1,271 hits. So once again, the attack route will be quicker. At this point, you should have upgraded your weapon to the Rune Scimitar, and the whole time you are training, you should have been upgrading your scimitar as you had the attack level to do so. Now at this point, the next max hit's either going to come in at 60 attack or 45 defense, or with strength levels, so I'm going to skip a few equations here and just train to 50 strength. Your stats are now as follows: 50 strength, 40 attack, 1 defense, with your next max hit coming in at either 54 strength, 40 attack, 1 defense, 50 strength, 60 attack, 1 defense, which will give a +2 boost to your max hit, or 50 strength, 40 attack, and 45 defense, which will also give a +2 to your max hit. If you were to take the strength route, this will take 49,539 XP or 1,787 hits. The attack route has more than 200,000 XP, which is more than double both of the other methods, which is crazy. Definitely don't take the attack route. And the defense route will take 61,512 XP or 2,390 hits. Although the defense level is more hits, it does provide an extra 2 max hits. So we will get both here. The question is, which one first? If we train our defense first, our total hits will come out to 3,954. And if we were to train strength first, our total hits will come out to 4,006, meaning that defense is quicker first by around 50 or 60 hits. Your stats are now 54 strength, 40 attack, and 45 defense. Your new gear setup should look like this. Your next max hit will come in at 59 strength, 40 attack, 45 defense, or 54 strength, 60 attack, 45 defense. Once again, the attack route is more XP, so we'll skip the equation and just go with the strength route. At this point, your stats are now 59 strength, 40 attack, 45 defense, and your next max will come at either 67 strength, 40 attack, 45 defense, or 59 strength, 60 attack, 45 defense. Your accurate stance currently gives you an average hit of 8.415 or 33.66 XP per hit, and your aggressive stance will give you an average hit of 8.91 or 35.64 XP per hit. The strength route requires 300,067 XP or 8,419 hits. The attack route requires 232,000 XP or 6,892 hits. So the attack route is faster. Once again, at this point, I'm going to skip a few calculations and you should just train your strength straight to 70. At this point, you now have 70 strength, 60 attack, 45 defense, and you now have access to the Warriors Guild, so make sure you swap out your Book of Law for a Rune Defender. Now, at this point, getting 70 attack will grant you an extra 2 max hits, and the next strength level to give you an extra 2 max hits is 78 strength. So, your accurate stance is going to give you an average hit of 11.385 or 45.54 XP per hit, and your aggressive stance will give you an average hit of 11.88 or 47.52 XP per hit. The strength route requires 891,573 XP or 11,762 hits on average, and the attack route requires 463,885 XP or 10,186 hits on average, so we go with the attack route. At this point, you now have 70 strength, 70 attack, and 45 defense. You want to swap out your D-Skim for an Abyssal Bludgeon. And at this point, you can also no longer gain any max hits through attack. You can only gain max hits through defense. The max hit from defense does not make any difference until 94 strength. So go ahead and train strength to 94. This is going to take 6,848,336 XP or 114,436 hits. Your stats should now read 94 strength, 70 attack, 45 defense, and your next max hit will be increased by getting 60 defense. So taking the defense route, you're going to need 232,200 XP or 3,350 hits. At this point, you need to upgrade your legs to Obsidian and upgrade your boots to Dragon. You can now go ahead and just get 99 strength. You now have 99 strength, 70 attack, and 60 defense, and the only way you can get an extra max hit is to drain defense to 75 to get the max gear. This is going to take 936,679 XP or 13,914 hits. This point, you want to upgrade your helm to Natiznot, upgrade your legs to Bandos Tassets, and upgrade your boots to Primordial. At this point, your stats will read 99 strength, 70 attack, 75 defense, and getting up attack first will increase your accuracy ever so slightly, so training to 99 attack first is better. This is going to take 12,296,804 XP or 177,443 hits. Now you can go ahead and get 99 defense as well, which is going to take 11,824,010 XP or 170,621 hits. Now, just to clarify again, guys, because of the complexity of the combat formula, this route was calculated on only 1 defense monsters. If you're training your stats on other monsters with defense, The route may be slightly altered, however, this route will always prove to be a decent staple because it shows you the quickest ways to get a new max hit. The only thing training on higher defense monsters would change is potentially getting attack up quicker, may result in a higher DPS, but the difference wouldn't be super substantial. And here we are on the side of a cliff, guys. There you have it, a 1 to 99 combat maxing order. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. It took me so long to put this video together, so I'd really appreciate it if you did give it a like. And don't forget about the 40-day video challenge. New video every single day for 40 days at 4 PM EST. Make sure you click that subscribe button. See you guys in the next video. Take it easy.